Tom from Tom the Banker, financial coach and handy and practical. Today I'm going to walk through this loan repayment and amortization schedule calculator spreadsheet for you that I've developed. This is a great spreadsheet to use when you are of the desire to understand how much you have left in total principal and how much you're paying on each interest payment with each of your regular loan payments that you make. And this calculator will do that for you. So what we're going to do is with any of the other spreadsheets that you see, I always use yellow cells in order to determine the variables that we're going to use to input. And then we'll have some output information that pops up down below based on what you enter in. And again, we'll walk through this, but if you have any need for assistance with this sheet or any other money topic, you can schedule a coaching session with me by visiting tomthebanker.com/ask-me-anything, or you just go to tomthebanker.com and navigate to it. And so here we go. Let's say that we have a loan amount in the amount of $25,000. And you borrow that money for a total of 60 months, which is 5 years. You want to make sure that you're putting everything in terms of months. And then your interest rate, this is an annual interest rate, so let's say you borrowed the money and it was at, 8.55%. And then you hit enter, and everything will pop up there. It'll pop up with your monthly payment on the right-hand side. It'll show the total amount that you're going to be repaying on that loan over time, and the total amount of that which was interest if you make normal monthly payments according to this schedule. And so down below it has the breakdown payment by payment. So on the left-hand column you have the payment number. On the next column you have payments left after this payment, the amount of the payment, so we're showing that $513.52, which is the same as what's above here, and that goes all the way through. And then we have the breakdown of how much of this is principal versus how much is interest. And a lot of people get frustrated by the fact where they say, oh, well, they front load the interest on the loan each month. Well, it may appear that way, but it actually isn't that way. What you're doing is you're borrowing and paying interest on the amount that is borrowed at that time for that month. So for the month you had $25,000, and your interest rate for the month would be the 8.55% divided by 12, because it's just the 1 month. And they're calculating the interest based off of that total principal that's left there, that total of $25,000. That's where the $178.13 comes from, because it's based on that total $25,000. Now, with your next payment, it's going to be based off of the principal balance that's remaining, this last column over here, $24,664.61. And again, we're going to take the 8.55%, that's going to be divided by 12, and that's going to be figuring out how much interest that you're going to have for that amount of principal, which it goes down a little bit, $175.74. All the while, you're making the same amount of payment, so more of that payment is going to be applied to principal over time as your interest amount reduces, because the amount of the principal is being reduced. So that's the explanation as to why it appears that they quote-unquote front-load interest, but it's really not the case. It's just based off of the total amount borrowed. And then these other two columns here is the total amount of principal that you've paid to date and the total amount of interest that you've paid to date, and that's a running balance. And again, I've already talked about the remaining principal balance on the left-hand side. So this will go all the way down to the full amount of the payments, 60 payments, and the last payment looks like it's going to be a little less than the $513.52, but then that will zero it all out and you'll be good to go. So again, my name's Tom the Banker. If you need assistance with this sheet or any other money topic, you can schedule a coaching session with me by visiting tomthebanker.com/askmeanything, or you can go to tomthebanker.com and navigate to that. And so I hope this spreadsheet provides you with some value, and I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.